Hello.
Hey, James.
Hey.
You alright?
Yeah, yeah.
What?
I know I often start off calls like this, but it's because I recently watched Avengers, and I've got weird feelings, but yeah.
Weird feelings? What do you mean? About me or the film?
No, about the film. About the film.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I need to tell you something first.
Go on.
I had a slight problem. Something's been spoiled for Harry.
Oh no!
Yeah.
What's he found out?
I don't know, because I wouldn't let him tell me. So I spoke to him after school today, and he said, I was chatting about the Marvel films with someone at school, and they told me something. He said, I don't know what film it's in, but I know something that happens. And I was like, do not tell me. I don't want to know. But also, I'm absolutely gutted for you. And also, this just confirms that doing this in secret was absolutely the right thing to do.
Yeah, definitely. People will be all over it. They'd be messaging you and everything.
Yeah. So even the slightest hint. Anyway, we should literally just get straight to this film, because usually I have 3 pages of notes to go through.
Right.
For this, I've got 5, just over 5.
I can't believe it, because this film, I don't think anything happens in it. It's like, well, no, what I mean is like anything of substance.
I think you're right. I think you're right. I just think there's lots of I've put little comments in. So let's just see how this one goes.
Go on.
It's also important to note as well that I'm calling you on Tuesday.
Yeah.
And I watched this on Friday. So this is probably the longest time between taking notes and reading them again. So I'm a little bit worried about what any of this means. I'd love to know how much I've actually remembered about this film, but here's where it goes. Okay, here we go then. This had better be good. That was my first comment, because all I've heard is the first Avengers. This is it. This is where it all happens, right?
Yeah.
You did imply that the first Avengers is where it all comes together, and
yeah, I mean, I may have misremembered this a little bit. But
did you not like it when you watched it back?
This time, can I just be honest with you about what I thought about this?
Yeah.
Film? I mean, I did not enjoy this very much actually. This time when I watched it back,
really,
and yeah, I didn't. I really didn't. It's All right, well, there's a lot of things in it that I just suddenly remembered and was like, oh yeah. That's I think the biggest problem with I think this film has got is pacing. But yeah, go on, continue.
Okay. So here we go. Okay, aliens talking about the blue cube thing. What's that? I know the name of it now.
It's the Tesseract.
Tesseract. Tesseract.
Yeah.
So, and is that the name of like a substance, or that particular?
It's just that thing is called the Tesseract.
Right, that's called the Tesseract. Is that from like the comic books? Is that in the comic books?
That I don't know.
Or have they just invented that for... Yeah, I'd love to know if they just invented that for this. Right, Coulson acting like a bad boy as a helicopter lands at what looks like a military base. Oh, it's Fury. Right, so we started with Fury at what we now know is the S.H.I.E.L.D.'s base. Is this the first time they talk about S.H.I.E.L.D.?
No, it's been mentioned many times before.
Is it really?
Yeah, but this is the first time that you actually see it like this.
Okay.
As in this is what they're all about.
Do we ever find out what happens to Fury's eye? What happened to Fury's eye?
Yes,
okay,
yes.
All right, cool. Just a thought that I had. I was like, oh yeah, I didn't really even acknowledge the fact that he's got an eye patch. But he acknowledges it in this film, doesn't he, himself?
Yeah, he does, yeah.
He said something about, my eye.
And it's also, it's mentioned by other people as well. Like with Tony Stark mentions it as well. When he's up in the airship and he's like, how does he see all this stuff? And he's like, he leans.
Yeah, that's right. That was quite good. I like that bit. Anyway, do we ever find out? Right, okay, I've read that. There's Thor's father-in-law. Harry had to remind me that Loki came down to control him.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I'd forgotten all about that.
Other film, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I said, oh, look, that's the guy from, he's, the scientist that was in the Thor film. And he went, yeah, remember Loki's controlling him. I was like, oh yeah, fucking hell, Harry, wicked. Actually good. He was on form during this, by the way. We'll talk a lot about Harry during this.
See, that's the other thing. I started watching this with Asher, actually.
Yeah.
And we watched it for about half an hour, and I looked over at him, and he was like looking bored, and I was like, "You can go and do other stuff if you want to. You don't have to watch this with me." And he was like, "All right then," and then just got up and walked.
Oh wow!
out.
Like Harry was like locked in throughout the whole film. Yeah. Like, I mean, it's no spoiler to say he adored this film. Really? He absolutely adored it. Yeah. Right. Okay. There's right. Okay. I keep rereading my notes. The cube is a doorway to the other side of space. I thought it was an energy source, to be honest. Is it both?
It's both, yeah.
It's both. Right, okay. They've combined it. A portal is open. Here we go. Harry is predicting that it's Thor that comes through. Because at this point, Thor is the other side of the galaxy and he can't get back.
Yeah.
So yeah,
it's
Harry
logic,
was like,
yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
And then ooh, it's Loki. And then I've put in quotes what Harry said. What? I thought he was controlling that guy. So I think Harry thought that he was in the world anyway, so it was not a big surprise. What's the deal with that? Can you explain that?
Right. So
the last time we saw Loki, he was on Earth controlling the scientist guy, and then he comes through the portal from the other side of the universe.
Yeah, because so at the end of the Thor film, Loki is like cast out or whatever and just disappears, and you don't know where he's gone.
Well, you do know where he's gone.
Well,
he's
we
on
find
Earth.
out. No. But also in between, I think there's all this other stuff going on as well, like where he gets given this mission and all that kind of stuff. I think, but I'm not sure.
Hold on, that's a leap. If you don't know, what are you talking about?
No, because the thing is, right, is that yeah, I'm not sure, honestly, because I'm not sure about the timeline with this, because it's really weird. Because I know exactly what you mean, because when he's out on Earth at the end of that, I was never sure if that's actually him on Earth or whether it's a projection or not.
Yeah, but if it's a projection, then he's like the ultimate supervillain, because he can project and then use those projections to control people. Like, that's pretty powerful.
Yeah.
Maybe too powerful.
Yeah. So maybe he was on Earth. As well.
Okay.
But then in the meantime, he has gone off to other places.
He has, because he's making his old deal, isn't he, with the alien peoples. Right, okay. Loki has gone full Sith. I mean, that was pure out Star Wars, wasn't it? When he starts using the Force push and all that sort of stuff in the military base. Hawkeye is rubbish, isn't he? Bloody turncoat. So
I mean, my kids absolutely hate Hawkeye, like in general.
By the end of this film, I hated Hawkeye. Total rubbish. I really didn't like him by the end of this film. But anyway, okay, this bit is cool, actually. It's like a soap opera. I can't even remember what happened there, but I think it was the fact that it was the idea that we knew all the characters. I was starting to see the benefit of learning all the characters, right? Yeah. Like, because it was like, oh my god, there's that character, and they're talking to that, and that's having an effect on that. It's like literally soap opera 101. Make sure everyone knows all the characters, and then the implication of what they do to each other is magnetized, right?
Yeah. Magnified.
Magnetized. They join together. That's what I meant, James. I was correct all along.
Assemble, if you will.
They will assemble, yeah. Okay. I put in quotes, I think this is... this is a Samuel L. Jackson quote. Yeah, he says, "You say peace, I think you mean the other thing."
Yeah.
That's the most Samuel L. Jackson he's been in these films.
Yeah, definitely.
He really turned into classic Samuel L. Jackson in that opening scene of this film. It was, I like that. It was
great, though, wasn't it? That whole thing where he was just like, he's just stalling for time.
Yep.
Like, basically.
Yeah. Oh my God, he got shot. And then I put, he's not dead. When the Avengers... at this point in the film, Harry shouted out, "When are the Avengers meeting each other?" It is, you got to remember he's 8 now. And you go, we're going to watch an Avengers film with all these characters in, and then 20 minutes in, you haven't seen one of them. You haven't seen a single one.
That's what I mean about at the beginning of this film. It's not that it's slow, it's just that not much happens, really.
I don't know. Loki comes down to Earth, shoots. They do the escape, but nothing plot driven, is it? Other than we learn that it's the thing's a portal.
I'm with Harry on this as well. You don't see people either for like ages into this film.
I know. When are the Avengers meeting each other?
I want him to just be Iron Man.
And then during the car scene, the car chase scene, Harry said to himself, "To survive this will be very outstanding." And then I thought, I don't think he's my son. Like, what sort of sentence is that for Turner to come out with? Right. The facility collapsing looked great. Yeah, that looked amazing, right? That was...
Yeah.
Again, we seem to have gone up in budget film by film as we're going along. And
this one had a pretty big budget.
Yeah, this had some scenes in it were just incredible. The way that the facility sort of just like collapsed into that crater, it was that was pretty amazing to look at. 10 minutes in, Fury has survived a bullet to the chest and an exploding helicopter. That was a bit much for me, I think, James.
Really?
Yeah. All right. Shot and you're wearing a it was really odd. He got shot and he was wearing a bulletproof vest. All right, I get that. Yeah, of course. But the bit where he's on the helicopter and the helicopter crashes and he just seems to just step out of it. Like, no.
Because I watched that at the same time and I was thinking, that. But then he jumps out before it hits way before it hits the ground, but like just at the exact right moment.
That's what makes me laugh though, because it was like, it made me think, well, if anyone could do that in a helicopter, you've just got to time it right?
He did. He nailed the timing.
Nailed the time. Yeah, but that doesn't work though. You can't jump out of a falling helicopter.
You can.
No, because physics doesn't work that way. Where are you getting your energy? Where's the energy transition into jump up against gravity?
You can't jump up, obviously, but you can. Yeah, you can still jump out. Of the thing.
I don't know if you can. Where are you getting the pressure from with your legs to jump anywhere?
Okay, you're more sort of falling out of the thing, but you can fall at the right moment.
Yeah, but you're not falling from the moment that he exits the vehicle. He's falling from where the thing's coming down.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're progressively falling. Gravity's having a bigger effect on you.
It's true, but you're choosing the time at which you're falling.
No, you're not, James.
No, okay, you're choosing the time at which you have exited the vehicle.
Yeah, which makes no difference on how quickly you're falling or...
No, but okay. But if he stays in the helicopter, he will be killed by the explosion. Whereas if he exits the vehicle at the right moment, he will not be killed by the explosion.
That might be my favourite thing you've ever said. If he... Okay.
I mean, you're basically saying he doesn't do anything.
Okay. If you gave an answer, and then when I said no, that's not how it works, you then changed your answer to justify it, and then you changed it, and it got all the way down to, if he stayed in the helicopter, he will be killed by the explosion. But stepping 5 yards out of it as it's falling is completely fine. That explosion's not hurting him. Oh, that was good.
And he'd already taken a bullet as well.
He had. Okay, I've got another Harry quote for you. So how the hell is Thor going to get back from the other side of the universe? Harry Turner 2022 is what I've written down. I paused the film and asked who Harry thinks the first Avenger we'll see is. And he replied, Captain America, because he's the first Avenger. And I said, that's hard to argue against. I mean, we know now that he was wrong, but I was thinking, I wonder which one's going to be the first they show up. It could be Captain America because obviously he's on board straight away. Yeah. And then I was thinking, for some reason I thought it would be the Hulk, but then after Harry said that, he totally convinced me against it. And I was like, oh yeah, it will be Captain America. He's the first. But then Iron Man's the most popular at this point, I assume.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
So, I was like, no, it's got to be... or maybe they'll build up to it. I thought it was quite an interesting question. Anyway, Harry had a good answer. He got it wrong.
It was Black Widow, wasn't it?
Nah. No, Black Widow's... Oh! Does that count? Oh, don't count for me.
Yeah, of course it counts.
No, technically, of course, Black Widow is an Avenger, right? Yeah? but we're talking about the ones that we'd seen before.
The ones that have had their own film.
I remember we haven't seen a lot of Black Widow up to this point.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, yeah, she was in Iron Man 2, wasn't she? Yeah,
and even then, we only saw her as Black Widow like towards the end.
Yeah.
So we were talking
that's true, isn't it? Yeah, because that's true.
Right, okay. Black Widow being tortured. What I love about this is that we know she's going to kick the shit out of them in a bit. The way she flips it on the old military guy was brilliant. Then she kicks the shit out of them. But I cannot like Black Widow more, I don't think. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'll mention that character later on in this. My favourite character in the whole thing so far.
Yeah, no, she's brilliant. I mean, this is what I said. It's Rachel's favourite. She absolutely loves her. I think she's brilliant.
Rachel's got the correct answer. Easily the best character. When she turns around and flips it on there's a military guy that was like torturing her or whatever.
Yeah.
And then she just goes, and then the phone goes, and they said, "Look, we're gonna blow you up unless you give the phone to her or whatever." And he hands the phone over, and she just goes, "Well, yeah, no, I'm pretty much done here anyway. He's told me everything." Yeah. And he was like, "What, everything?" And I just thought that is just so good. And then of course she escapes and kicks the shit out of them. I was like, I adore Black Widow. Easily my favourite so far. Right? Oh yeah, because do you remember how she kicks the shit out of them?
Yeah. She like doesn't.
She's tied to the chair and then batters everyone.
Butts him, right?
Yeah. Harry's quote here was, "Chair lady would be a better superhero name for her." And I didn't want to go. Not really, Harry.
No, I think Black Widow's pretty cool.
Yeah. Chair lady is not quite as. It's not right. Got the same punch, is it? The change of actor for Bruce Banner is confusing Harry big time. Like he just did not see that as the Hulk leading up to it. Yeah. Okay. But
he's I think he's way better.
I disagree.
Honestly. Really?
Yeah, I really didn't like him in this film.
Okay, why not? What's wrong with him?
I mean,
he plays it in a completely different way.
He does.
It's like completely different. It's a much more sort of like softer like version of the character.
Yeah, I say, wow. My next line is literally, wow, Bruce is a totally different vibe, isn't he? And I'm not saying that he's worse than Edward Norton, right? Mm-hmm. I'm not saying that because I wasn't really even comparing the two. I was just thinking, I don't like this portrayal of Bruce Banner. I don't know what it is.
There's a lot less of an edge to it.
Yeah, it's like nothing, is it? There's not much going on with that character, I don't think, at this point.
Yeah, you don't get like that whole sort of internal conflict sort of thing, like so in the same way that you do with like the Norton stuff.
I don't like the fact that he keeps referring to the Hulk as the other guy. I found that so cringe. Hey, the other guy won't let me. I don't want to see the other guy. I was like, shut up. Just call it the Hulk. And we've got a lot of talking about. We've got to talk about the Hulk a lot in this, I think, in this call. Yeah, I've got a lot of questions for you, but we'll get there. Okay. Also, Black Widow is so badass. I love her, right? So she must have been doing so. Oh, that's where she goes and talks to him, right? And confronts him.
Yeah.
And it's just everything. What a character. Absolutely in love. Did you say she's got her own film?
Yeah, she has.
Is it good?
Yeah, I think it was good. I enjoyed it. Yeah.
I mean, because even if it's moderate, I think I'd love it.
No, it's definitely at least moderate. It's good. It was good.
You ever been in a war, councilman, in a firefight? Do you feel an overabundance of control? I thought Nick Fury was going to break into song then. Oh yeah, it really did sound like he was starting. Yeah, that was the line. You ever been in a war, councilman, in a firefight? Do you feel an overabundance of control? I thought he was going to start into song then. It's a weird line. They mentioned Phase 2.
Yeah.
James, this blew my mind.
Okay, so that's quite interesting because that's one of those things where it's like, is that a nod to like the fact this is the end of Phase 1 of the actual films, or is it like, is it just in universe sort of thing?
Oh fuck, no, this isn't good.
What do you mean? You thought this was like an actual written into it as being that's part of it?
Right. Here's what I thought. Because when you told me about Phase 1, 2, 3, and 4, I thought that was a thing that was either devised by the fans, right? Like they're putting their own acts into it, or it was devised by the contracts and the marketing and all of that from Marvel Studios. Is it Marvel Studios? No, they're the game makers, aren't they?
No, it's Marvel Studios.
Oh, it is Marvel Studios, right? Yeah. So I thought it was either a thing that they used internally as a sort of a plan, or it was a thing that was devised by the fans. And then when I saw this scene where they mentioned Phase 2, I thought, oh no, this refers to actually part of the plot. That there's a Phase 1 and but there's not, is there?
No. But it is Phase 1, Phase 2. That is what Marvel, how they've grouped everything. Like it's not a fan thing. It's been grouped that way by Marvel. And when there's new stuff, like they always say, this is what's coming in Phase 4 or whatever.
All right. Okay, that's such a shame because I thought it was actually a plot thing.
But it is a nice. It's really a nod to that, I think. Really, of this is the end of this phase.
They were already calling it Phase 1 at this point, were they?
Yes, yeah, they were already calling it Phase 1, and then this was the end of Phase 1. I mean, it is like putting everything into chapters basically, and this is like the end of like Chapter 1, really.
Okay. I put Captain America time, smashing punching bags. I like that. I like that intro to him. The fact that you beat the shit out of a punching bag and then just picked up another one and put it on the hook.
Yeah, that was a little. I don't know if that was a direct reference, but it's because this was directed by Joss Whedon, who was also of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and she did that in things as well.
Oh right, okay. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Iron Man time. So now we're really quickly seeing all the characters that we've seen before. Mm-hmm. Harry is so happy. I'm focusing on how that. Yeah, Harry was like beyond happy that he saw Iron Man. That's his favourite at the moment.
But hang on. Iron Man, like this is where he cruises in, right? Like because but you're missing all that stuff as well. Because I thought that was pretty good.
What
like
stuff?
With,
Go on.
With Loki like coming in and like getting that guy and like getting his eyeball and all that kind of stuff, and then that whole speech about like it's like people, humans enjoy.
No. You're jumping ahead. No, this is the bit where we first see Iron Man and he's flying about. And he lands on the top of Stark Towers, and his suit starts coming off. Right?
I'm thinking of him being in action sequence. Yeah.
No, you're thinking of that. Yeah, that weird. Oh, we got to talk about that. So yeah, this is the bit where he's just flying about, having a bit of fun, and then he lands on the roof, and it's the coolest undressing of a Iron Man suit I've ever seen, where all the bits come off. Right, it's super fucking cool. But I was saying Harry was like. Just absolutely like, oh my god, it's Iron Man time. And I was looking at it just going, that UI is still too busy. There's still too much going on in that helmet. Absolute fucking nightmare. I said, yeah, so after he gets the cool undressing thing as he's walking along, so he's not breaking stride, bits are being taken off of him by various different robots, like the fact that his little boots get stuck into that thing and then they disappear into the floor, all amazing. And then the final little bit is him walking into the office and taking a Bluetooth headset off.
Yeah.
I was like, that ruins it a little bit.
There is always that technology problem, isn't there, really, with this?
Yeah.
At least he wasn't using like a 3G phone this time.
yeah. That ruined it a little bit. He sort of takes it off and puts it on the side. And I remember when people did that, and even when they were brand new, that looked fucking stupid.
It did, yeah. They were awful, weren't they?
Yeah.
Like Bluetooth headsets.
Yeah, they'd always flash as well when they were on for some reason. So distracting. Wow, Pepper Potts is better in this scene with Coulson than she's been in the previous two movies combined.
Mm-hmm.
That's my feeling. Character felt way more independent and doing their own thing, and the fact the relationship between her and Coulson was fantastic. The fact that they really get on and all of that, I just thought was brilliant. I thought she was great in that.
Yeah, it did feel like she's grown into it more, and like what her role is and stuff.
It was a shame we didn't see more of her in this, but do we see more? Well, we must see more of her in the next film. This
was also like a director's choice kind of thing as well, because they weren't in the beginning, which I've just said
in the beginning.
Yeah, at the start of this, they weren't going to have any of like the supporting characters at all in this. They were only going to focus on just the main characters, because there's already too many people in this film. Like there's already like loads and loads of people.
Yeah.
But then some of them they were like, no, we need these are really required. And like Selvig, the scientist, I think he was a good addition to that. He was pretty good.
Yeah, well, fucking hell, actually, this does make sense because my next line or my next note is Phil Coulson, eh? We know his first name now.
Yeah.
But now it all makes sense why they did all this. It all makes sense. That whole scene was there to fucking punch you in the gut.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why that scene was there, but we'll get to it.
Yeah.
Coulson, again, right? All of this is just, now I look back on it, this is pure manipulation. Mm-hmm. All of this stuff. Coulson getting all fanboy with Captain America.
Yeah, he's got his playing cards. Yeah. And all that sort of stuff, yeah.
This character's come a long way since I need to speak to Iron Man.
Yeah.
Excuse me, need to speak to Iron Man?
He had in the meantime though, he had his own TV series as well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah. There's a whole. Yeah, he was there was Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which was like it's like a TV spin-off kind of thing.
Was that any good?
Not really, because the problem was as they were making it, because with these films, there's obviously they've got a plan of like where they want to end up, but it's not like completely set in stone for all the films as they're going. And the problem with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was they couldn't do anything that would like alter wherever the films were going, and so basically not a lot happens.
It was always it was a dream.
Not like that.
But like an episode of The Simpsons where they just forget about it at the end of the.
They couldn't do anything that would like really majorly impact any of the major characters or the plot lines or anything. So it's like not so fun.
Yeah, they left completely changing the narrative of where the films went to Tony Stark,
just Robert Downey Jr. Whenever he just felt like ad-libbing.
Yeah, definitely happened. Definitely
another one of those in this film, but go
on. Definitely wasn't. Blimey, please point that out when that comes up because I want to laugh at you.
I will.
Blimey, those aliens are creepy, aren't they? They were quite creepy.
Yeah.
They reminded me a little bit of the elites from Halo, but then you saw those big like worm things in the background and everything. It was like, whoa! I didn't even see one of those close up, but those are fucking incredible. I thought those big like flying things.
Yeah, and all this like plays into stuff you're going to see with like Guardians of the Galaxy and all that kind of thing, which is pretty good. Yeah.
Good. Right. Okay. Right now, I really don't like Bruce Banner. I think that's stayed. Every time he was on screen, I thought he was just killing the vibe. Right, and then Harry screamed out, "Where's Iron Man and Thor?" Holy shit! This film is just filled with cool stuff, isn't it? The flying boat was amazing.
Yeah.
You think the shield boat?
Yeah. Visually like really impressive, and like the takeoff and all that kind of thing.
Love all that shit. All that shit. Ha ha ha! Captain America giving Nick Fury a tenner. That was. I like that moment because they have a bet, don't they? Where they say, "Oh, you're going to see stuff that you couldn't even dream of," or something like that. And he was like, "I bet you a tenner or something."
Yeah.
And then it's just subtly done in the background where the boat takes off, then goes invisible, and he just rocks up to Nick Fury and just gives him $10. That was pretty good. Right, okay. This is an important line, or an important part of my notes. Loki using a whisk on a man's face, and in capital, James.
Yeah, that was a bit grim, wasn't it?
You were a little bit grim, wasn't it?
Yeah,
mate?
I mean, you didn't really see it, but you do see. You get the implication of the fact that he's pulling his eye out. Yeah.
What are you talking about? You don't see it.
Well, no, you see him like stamp it onto his face, and then you see like
you hear that horrible, and then you hear him screaming. Yeah. It's like a full on. Even though he's on his back, it's shot from above him, so you get to see it.
But then it does cut quite quickly to the eyeball on the computer screen.
Quickly enough.
How did Harry take that?
He didn't even notice. I don't think he cares about violence. I don't think it's affecting him yet. In quotes, there are always men like you. Yes, lad. Then Captain America saving him. Yes, lad. Right. So that was when Loki was doing his speech.
Yeah.
And he was saying, kneel before me, kneel before me. And then that old dude stood up and said, he said, there's no one like me or something. And then his response was, there's always men like you. I was like, yes, go on, get in there. And then Captain America coming over there and just saving him. I was like, yes, I was well into this. Like, that's the sort of manipulation I love. Because, I mean, it's a little bit cheesy and a little bit, like, unrealistic or whatever. Like, an old man's going to step up and go, have a pop at him or whatever. But I was just like, yes, get in.
Yeah,
and then
it's all stuff that still, it is cheesy, but it needs to be said as well sometimes, stuff like that, which I think is
100%. Good. I thought it was great. Although his line about the last time he was in Germany was wank. What was that?
Yeah, that was when he said the last time I was in... No, it was terrible because, that is a really bad line because he said the last time I was in Germany, there was another man that I disagreed with.
That was it, yeah.
And it's like, you understand what he means, but it was very clumsily
it was there was another man that doesn't agree. Oh, yeah, because Captain America says it, doesn't he? Yeah. Yeah, that was bad. Iron Man turning up. Fantastic. Don't know what was fantastic about it. I can't remember.
No, that was great because there was all the music plays as well. He has like the rock music going.
Yeah, he got the rock music going and he just shows up, doesn't he? Yeah. I think I like Iron Man in this film more than I did the first two films of his, to be honest with you. I thought he was great in this. Harry is beyond excited about Iron Man standing next to Captain America. The build-up has worked.
Yeah, that
was it. It was like, oh my God, that's Captain America. But he loved that film as well. That's Captain America and that's Iron Man. And they're standing next to each other. Like, that blew his little mind. I'm totally in now. I mean, not so much for me. I'm enjoying these films. I'm not blown away by them yet, if I'm honest with you.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed Captain America. I did quite enjoy this, which spoils, my overall thoughts on it. But I did quite enjoy this. But seeing how Harry was just so hyped from start to finish in this film, just super pumped. That's where the magic is for me at the moment.
And again, it is because we've watched them all, and so 100%. It totally builds that up because they've already got that relationship and all that kind of stuff. And that's why, like, when I first saw this film in the cinema and I hadn't seen any of the others preceding it, I was just confused as to what was going on and why these people mattered. And
I mean, if you're just looking, they're the two characters from the poster standing next to each other, who cares? But the fact that they've had independent films and stuff and you've got to learn about them and then suddenly they're together.
It's like, what they've gone through to get to that point.
It's soap opera. It really is soap opera. You've learned about these characters and they've combined in this way and you know how that impacts the two characters. Like, it's very well done. Right, okay, Thor has arrived. Hold on, how's he back? And why has he saved Loki? Is that explained?
Yeah, he's okay. So it seems that it was Odin sent him back using like all of his magic or whatever.
Did he go and have to have another lie down?
I think he went and had another lie down. Yeah, more Odin sleep.
Oh, that's right. He does say something like Odin sent me, and I was like, hold on, right? This is what made me think. Oh, I've got a note here. Oh, okay, right, we'll get to that. We'll come back to that point, because I put, in quotes, there's only one God, ma'am, and I'm pretty sure he doesn't dress like that. I love how stupid Captain America is. Like, he's just really dumb and he walks about and says this thing.
I know, because it's like that sort of thing from that era.
Yeah. Right, okay, so I put, Dad sent Thor back. Dad. Didn't he want to do that for the love of his life? I had a feeling from this, right, that Thor didn't actually love her. That's my prediction. Like, Odin turned around to him at some point and went, Thor's like, oh no, the girl that I fell in love with, she's on Earth and I can never go back and see her. And Odin was like, no, I can totally send you back. Oh, but it's probably a bit too much effort, isn't it? It's probably
alternatively, it might have been like, it is with kids sometimes when it's like they want to do something, but you don't really want to do it, and then so you're just like, no, I'm not doing it. Like, no, you totally can.
No, because I've got more evidence of this, right? Because like he was like, like Odin's like, nah, I could totally send you back, mate. Oh no, don't worry about it. Don't put yourself out. No, it's fine. And then when he's down there, there's a scene where he's looking at a picture of her on a monitor, right? And he goes, oh, is she okay? Yeah, she's fine.
Yeah, she's somewhere safe. It's all right. He's like, oh, that's good.
Yeah. He didn't go, I need to see her. I need to see her. I'm down here.
She was going to be in this film. Do you want me to tell you why she wasn't?
Go on.
She was pregnant and having a baby, and so she was written out of it.
Oh, that's a bit harsh. Can't they do what they do in soap operas and just make them stand behind things?
They could have done that, yeah, or just worn suitable clothing or something. I don't know.
I feel sorry for her now. She's her love interest is Thor, who clearly doesn't love her back, and the directors couldn't be bothered to put stuff in front of her belly.
Yeah,
not on. Right, okay. Yeah. Oh, she's fine. Do you want to go and see her? I mean, you're finally back down there. No. Got lots to do.
Stuff to take care of.
Right, okay. These are like the arguments I have with my brother when I want to go home during a night out. So this was when Thor and Loki were arguing.
Mm-hmm.
I can't even remember what was said. We need to record these closer to me watching them, I think. You listen well, brother. Bang. Iron Man. Good moment. Then him mocking Thor. Time for that. So that was where out of nowhere Thor was just walking along and then gets completely wiped out by Iron Man. Thor versus Iron Man, brilliant fight, great stuff happening throughout the whole thing. I love that. That was, and it's funny, there's a lot of that in this film where it's like, oh, the superheroes are fighting. I never thought they would do that.
Yeah, although I didn't feel, this is one of the other things that I felt didn't, like, in that part, that totally worked, but there's one part in this film where they're kind of doing that, and it didn't, I don't feel it worked to me. It didn't feel realistic.
Which one? Captain America fights someone, doesn't he?
No, it's when they're all having like a big argument, like a big old argument on the ship, like on the airship, and it's just before Loki gets out. And it's like they're all kind of like arguing with each other about everything, and it just feels a bit. I don't know. To me, it just felt a bit. Like...
I thought, I don't think you're talking about the same thing. But there's also a scene where they're all around a table and they're all coming out with like little quips.
Mm-hmm.
They're more bickering than arguing, and I loved that.
No,
it was just
good.
all the shit that they would say. I thought that was really well done.
And that also has my favourite line in it. That bit.
Okay, we'll wait until we get to it because I'm pretty sure I've got that somewhere. Right. Right, he's my brother. He killed 40 people in 2 days. He's adopted. Okay, This is very funny. I laughed at that a lot. I thought it was a great line.
It's like, have a care. He is my brother.
He's killed 40 people in 2 days. He's adopted. I love how this mob are bouncing off each other. Yeah, so this was that scene where they were all having a big argument.
This is also the reason why Thor, I think, will probably become a character that you like more as this goes on, because he becomes more and more like that in a good way. It's really good.
I can reveal that someone has told me that Thor 2 is absolutely terrible. So
I didn't think it was terrible.
Okay, good. Okay.
Who are you getting this from?
There's like family members and stuff. They know that I'm doing this, obviously. How can I not tell them?
I know, but then they're giving you tips now.
Not really,
like,
just
was it good or not?
Films that they like and films that they didn't like. But you do that. You tell me films you like and films you don't like.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know what they're revealing to you. This is a bit worrying.
Well, one of them is that 4-2 is an absolute stinker.
No, I wouldn't say that.
Okay, good. All right. Okay. We'll see. Right, okay. What was your favourite line then, when they were all having a pop at each other?
Is that bit, isn't it? When like Tony Stark just goes, "That man is playing Gallagher," like this. That bit, didn't you?
Yeah, that guy working there switching on a video game when they weren't looking was a bit weird. I must have missed that line.
No, because that was the improvised line. Like that was an improvised line, right. And he just said it. And then that was added, like by Joss Whedon, like the actual him playing Gallagher was added to it.
Can I just say something? I totally believe that was an improvised line. Yeah, I'm up for that because that doesn't change the course of where the cinematic universe goes. James.
Yes. Okay, look, we'll discuss this again at some point, but you can look it up.
Oh my god, we're going to get so many tweets in like 3 months' time.
But no, I just loved the way he said that. He was like, "That man is playing Gallagher. We all saw him, and he thought we didn't." Like this, and I missed
that line then because all I saw was them arguing, and then suddenly someone was playing a video game, and I was like, what the fuck?
But there's another bit in that as well, which is it's become like a meme as well. Like, that bit with Captain America where he says, like, I understood that reference.
Yes, yeah.
That's that's like a GIF. Like, everyone uses that now for stuff.
Of course it is. I've put in quotes, huge bag of weed joke. James.
What's wrong with that? It's all right.
Okay. Harry doesn't understand the concept of drugs, mate.
Really? Okay.
What do you mean, really? He's 8.
Yeah, but it's still... I don't know. Okay.
Oh, I'm really interested in your lifestyle now, James. Are you secretly a beatnik?
No. But, no.
Okay. That was the most unconvincing no I've ever heard. Okay. Plot thickens. Is Nick Fury a bad guy? Harry does not think so. Like, I was quite surprised at that, because all the Avengers were pretty much going, Nick Fury's like a fucking bad guy, yo. I'm telling you, this is not good. And like, these are all Harry's heroes. And he just went, no, Nick Fury's not a bad guy. No chance. And I was like, right, okay. I was surprised at that. I thought we would have just gone along with his superheroes, but he did not. A fair bit of chatter here now. It's all pretty interesting, though. Different characters meeting, forming relationships. Yeah, not the most thrilling part of the film, I must admit. But I didn't get bored at any point, I don't think.
No, I mean, this is when they bring in the discussion of like phase 2 and like what all this is, and the fact that they're building weapons of mass destruction and stuff.
Yes,
and you see, I thought that was quite interesting, because also like that idea that it's like they've done this because of Thor, because they've realised that there is other things out there, and I think that's completely reasonable. That what they were doing with that, that they'd be thinking about how to protect themselves,
and also. There was also like some character building between characters. So, you had all the stuff between Bruce Banner and Tony Stark. Mm-hmm. Tony Stark and Captain America arguing, and Thor was just wandering about a bit in the background. I put argument with Nick Fury about weapons of... Oh no, I was worried about Black Widow there when she got upset. But bam, there's the old switcheroo again. That happens a lot in these films, where you're like... Oh, why have I believed that? Because they've done different things. They even refer to it in this film.
She's totally suckered you in with that, because she done it at the beginning of the film as well.
I know. I said, she turned around, she got upset. I was like, oh no, man, Black Widow's upset. And oh no, she's just done that to get information out of him. That's ridiculous how I'm always falling for this shit. But she's the best character ever, so it doesn't matter. Argument with Nick Fury about weapons of mass destruction. This is expertly done. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, I don't know what I'm referring to there, but apparently it was expertly done, James.
Okay.
I was very impressed by this point. Here we go, time for a bit of action again. And here comes the Hulk. So this is where the Hulk comes alive within the ship and it just starts tearing everything up. Thor versus Hulk, let's go. For some reason, I didn't think we'd see face-offs between superheroes. Yeah, I mentioned that earlier, but we didn't talk about it that much. Mm-hmm. I knew there'd be arguments. You always know there's going to be arguments. Pretty sure at some point someone's going to leave the Avengers and they have to bring them back, right? I was surprised it didn't happen in this film. I didn't think we'd have just two superheroes beating the shit out of each other.
Yeah. But, I mean, the thing is, that whole thing with like, Hulk, that was another thing I didn't really like particularly with this, because him becoming Hulk at that point, I don't really know why. Like, I don't see why he was so angry at that point when he wasn't at other points. Do you know what I mean? It felt like I've got
another question about that in a second. Let me just read these two. Harry can't believe that the Hulk can't pick up Thor's hammer. He was like, why is that? Why can't he pick it up? I was like, well, because he hasn't got the power. He's not worthy. And but he's massive, Dad. I know, but it's not about how massive they are, Harry. It's about the fact that he's not got the special power. He's not worthy. He can't pick up the hammer. But Dad, he's like ripping he's ripping everything to pieces. Dad, I know, Harry. Try not to focus on the strength. I don't think it's got anything to do with that, mate. And he was having none of it. Hulk could pick that up, I reckon.
I'm just sitting there just going, bullshit.
Yeah. Right, okay. Harry just asked how Loki knew about the Hulk. and I don't have an answer for him. Is it because he can just see stuff from space?
Well, no, because he's been rocking around, though, hasn't he, for a while on Earth? So he's probably heard about
James.
stuff.
He had a secret mission, apparently, he said. He was off the other side of the galaxy.
No, but then he comes back. He comes and goes.
You know? He comes and goes, does he?
Yeah.
And he just heard about the Hulk?
Yeah, he probably heard about it. He knows quite a lot about lots of things. So
he does. We just brushing that under the carpet.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Hulk battering the plane was cool.
Mm-hmm. Like ripping the thing to pieces, wasn't it?
That's right. Yeah, as it was going down, that was good. Quotes: "Are you ever going to not fall for that?" Yep, seems to happen a lot. So this was where Loki comes out of his cage, and then Thor goes to try and beat him up, falls into the cage, and you realise that it was a decoy Loki that was standing there. Yep, I mean, I'm like, I think I sort of guessed it on this one, but at the same time, so are we saying that it was the fake Loki in the cage the whole time?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know how this works, honestly.
I think it was. I think that's what it was. It was a fake Loki in the cage the whole time.
You think so?
Yeah. I'm pretty convinced that that's what it was.
Okay.
Because we see the shot of the doors opening and then the fake Loki walking out, and then Thor goes for him and falls through him.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's
But then
right.
if that was the case, he could have just left whenever he wanted, but then it doesn't really matter because he doesn't want to.
Because he wanted to enrage the Hulk. That was the whole point.
Yeah.
It's the whole point, James. Right. Okay. Here comes the chat. No, Coulson can't be dead, surely. Oh, and actually, we'll come back to that because I mentioned it later, right? So this is where Coulson gets shot?
No, he doesn't get shot, he gets stabbed.
Oh, he gets stabbed, and then he shoots Loki.
He shoots Loki,
the thing, right? Okay. If there's a Thor ride in Disneyland, I hope it's just you're chucked loose in a cage and it just drops from like 10,000 feet. Because I thought that looked like fun. There's like superhero rides in Disneyland, right?
Yes, there are. Yeah.
What's the Thor? The Thor one better be that you're just in a cage that just fucking makes you feel like you're falling down. Because that looked good. We cheered when Coulson shot Loki. Coulson is dead. What the fuck? I did not see this coming.
Yeah, he's actually dead. Yeah,
James, take it away.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what do you want me to say? I mean, it's like...
Here's the thing. You said to me that Coulson is a fan favourite. I was not expecting him to die this quickly.
No, he absolutely is a fan favourite. And that's why I think killing him, I think, was... I mean, it was necessary, obviously, for the plot, but... it also endeared him even more to the fans. I think the fact that this is a character that he's gone now. That's it.
Yeah, well, you get the whole feeling that the Avengers don't happen if Coulson stays alive there.
Yeah,
the whole reason why they calm down and start working together is because they're angry about Coulson.
Yeah, and because he's sacrificed himself as well. They
embodied the spirit.
Yeah,
which
exactly.
Nick Fury does take the piss with a little bit later.
I know, he does with the blood on the cards. Yeah,
but we'll get to that. Surprised Stan Lee wasn't the security guard that found Bruce Banner after he fell through the roof.
No, but do you know who that was?
Who?
Okay, you've seen the original Alien film, right?
Yeah, like a long time ago.
Okay, so he's one of the crew members on the Sulaco, on the ship, and that's why he said, "Are you an alien?" That was why he used that.
That's a bit of shit.
Yeah.
Isn't it? That's a bit fucking... what a shit little callback.
But yeah, it is a callback to that, so yeah.
That's rubbish. Okay. Avengers suiting up. We're pretty pumped about what's going to happen, right? So this is where, if Captain America's running around going, have you got a suit? Have you got a suit? And they're all getting suited up, so it was all pretty cool. Wait, Fury got Captain America cards out of Coulson's locker, put blood on them, then pretended Coulson just walked around with them. It was a bit weird. Because I had it, what I'm like? I always try and fill the gaps, and I'm just thinking of like Nick Fury finding the Captain America cards, going, right now I need some blood. Look around.
And what did he do? Did he pick them up and then just rub them on him or something?
Yeah, rub them on Coulson's wound.
Yeah,
this is a bit rough. And also, wouldn't you say, actually, I don't want to portray Coulson. Like, if Coulson had a word to say on it, it'd be like, no, don't do that. They're going to think that I carry them around with me like a 5-year-old. I don't do that. Like, I love Captain America. I've been a fan since I was a kid, right? I've got these cards. I keep them in my locker just to remind me of that time where I was like absolutely in love with this character. I don't walk around with them in my pocket, Nick. Stop telling people that. I'm dead. I can't defend myself. Bit weird, James.
I don't think. Yeah, probably wasn't too bothered about that. Yeah. Can I also just make a correction before we move on? Because I mean, I know this is probably going to be months down the line, but I will get people writing in about this, which is annoying. Yeah, it wasn't the Sulaco in the original Alien film; it was the Nostromo. So there you go. The Sulaco was in Aliens, but yeah.
Well, right. Okay, fine.
No, you know, I just wanted it.
I know. I'm aware, but also I'm aware that it's been a long time since you said it, so we've already received tweets about that.
Yes, I know.
Okay, Tony Stark has the coolest suiting up moment. Just that was when he was falling out of the top of the building, right? And he had the bracelet thing, and it trapped him, and then just wrapped around him. This is where the notes become so. You'll notice that. As we do these films, the notes become more sparse the more action there is, because what do you say about the action? It's all brilliant. Like,
well, this I know, and also this is the point. This is about there's only about 45 minutes left, I think, by this point of like the whole film, and it's like basically just action.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah. The police showing up like they could do anything. That was it's just all those police cars showing up. It's like, how are you possibly going to be able to help? Like, look at what's going on around you. I think at this point the aliens have come down. They're smashing through buildings. That great big fucking flying slug thing is just smashing through. There's loads of those things as well. It's mad. It was good. New York really does get battered a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah, and it gets totally battered.
Why does anyone live there after this point? Well, we've finally got over. What was the last time? It was the Hulk, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
We finally got over that Hulk thing, and then a portal opens up, and all these aliens start like attacking it and shit.
And then our own government's threatening to nuke us.
Yeah. And I know that there's like a Spider-Man film coming up, and you know that's all set in New York as well, isn't it?
It is indeed. Yeah.
Does the Hawkeye ever run out of arrows? I mean, I do note later that he does indeed, even in this film, run out of arrows. Crap superhero. These aliens are rubbish. They've not left a scratch on any of them. You know, the basic aliens that come down.
Yeah,
they just get battered. They're worse than the.
They are just like cannon fodder, aren't they?
Yeah. They're worse than the stormtroopers, aren't they? They literally just get absolutely ruined. Wait, Bruce can control the Hulk. Bit harsh on Black Widow, right?
Yeah, although that makes sense to a degree from the first. No, it does, because at the end of Incredible Hulk, the one that we saw, the whole point of that was to try and show that he like had the ability to do that, right. You know, to be able to control himself.
So here's why it doesn't.
Go on.
If that's the case, he then actively chose to try and kill Black Widow on the plane?
No, because he can make it happen, but then also it can happen because of just general rage as well. No, sorry. I'm not saying he can control when he becomes the Hulk. Right? That's not the point I'm making. The point is, when he is the Hulk, he knows what he's doing. Yeah. So does he know what he's doing when he's the Hulk? That is also something which is never really explained this point.
And it is really fucking confusing, James.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean, because in this film, there are bits where it's like, oh no, he's gone mad, he's gone all Hulk and everything. And then later on, he's like, you know, he's helping everybody and sort of like making decisions.
Yeah, and just when you think, I mean, it was a funny moment, don't get me wrong, but just when you think, oh, he's totally controlling this, like maybe this is the point now where he controls it and he can actually use the Hulk and he knows who he's fighting and all this sort of stuff. And then he just punches Thor in the fucking head as hard as he can. No, that wasn't on purpose. They were like doing a fist bump and it didn't work out. Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what that was supposed to be.
Oh my God, I didn't notice that. It looked like he just battered him in the head. Bump.
Yeah, that was the joke. It was like they're doing a fist bump, and then he just like hit him really hard.
Fucking hell! I should be wearing my glasses when I watch this. That's hilarious. I need to watch that bit again.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Superhero assemble moment. So this is the bit where the camera's panning around all.
Yeah. Brilliant. It's the shot, isn't it? Yeah. For the.
And then I put Hawkeye's the fucking worst. Just use a gun. Like, so this is the bit where he's doing these like amazing shots with his bow and arrow. And I just thought, okay, it's impressive, Hawkeye, but isn't it more efficient to just get a machine gun?
It's like, if you had a gun, you could take out way more of these people.
Yeah, 100%. Like, what's the benefit of that bow and arrow? Like, you've not demonstrated what the benefit is.
I don't know, I think he just thinks it looks cool.
Yep, show off. These moments where Iron Man is hopping around helping everyone is absolute class.
Mm-hmm.
So, it sort of follows him for a little bit and he zooms along, lands in front of Captain America. There's that bit where he fires his laser at Captain America's shield and it, totally needless. But he redirects the laser to kill loads of aliens. Then he jumps up and then flies along to where Black Widow is and takes out one of the aliens that's flying behind them and try to kill them, and then flies off and helps someone else out. I loved that. I thought it was great.
And also flies through a slug as well at one point. He does,
directly through that slug. I've got no problem with any of that. I love all that.
Mm-hmm.
Hulk punching Thor is a good moment though, although I was totally confused about how conscious he is when he's Hulk, right? Mm-hmm. So if there's a fist bump, that makes way more sense.
It was a comedy fist bump.
No, it was a comedy fist bump. But it's not, James, it's not the funniest fist bump moment in a film though. I'll tell you that.
California Man? Was there one in that?
No. Not the Hateful Eight. That was the Tarantino film where they killed him. What is it? What's the big inflatable robot?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You do know this because we've spoken about this before.
Oh, is it Big Hero 6?
Big Hero 6, yeah. Mm-hmm. The fist bump moment in that where the kid can go, but then all Big Hero 6 can do is go, blah, 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 blah.
I don't remember that.
Oh my god, how do you best bit in that film? Watch that again. So that's the best bit. It doesn't beat that. Does not beat that. The council wants to nuke New York. That seems a bit much.
Well, it's because they just think, we need to stop it. We need to do whatever we can to stop it at this point, and that is always the solution, isn't it?
The council are weird, man. I don't know much about them. I assume we find out more about them, right?
Yeah, there's more later. Yeah.
Are they the evil sort of?
No, just wait and see.
They'll be shit, aren't they? Yeah. Okay, Hulk battering Loki was too good. Made us laugh a lot.
That was well good. That scene.
Picking it's the best Hulk moment in the film. Picking him up and then flinging him about left and right. It's just hilarious.
And also, Loki just on the floor, just sort of going.
That was great. The fact that he was in a crater. It was that whole bit was brilliant. But then the very next scene, I've put a comment that says, "Hawkeye just run out of arrows." He's so shit. Are people going to be angry at me thinking that Hawkeye is shit?
No, I don't think so.
Good. It's a common thing, is it?
Although, he has got his own TV series as well.
Yeah, watching that.
Well, no, it's actually very good. Okay, but
fine. Stark taking one-way trip with the nuke. Oh my god, Harry cheered so loudly when the Hulk saved Iron Man.
Mm-hmm.
How did he save Iron Man?
Well, that was because they closed the portal, don't they? Right. And then he's coming down. Yeah. And then they're just like, hang on, he's not slowing down. And because he was just falling, obviously. And then Thor looks like he's going to go up and try and save him. And then just the Hulk comes out of nowhere and just grabs him.
Yeah. Like Harry was like, that is the moment. You know what I mean? Like, because he was worried about Iron Man and then... Yeah, he likes Hulk after that bit. Harry said he's not dead. Right, this is when you're like this. So Iron Man is saved by the Hulk, laid on the floor, and they do the whole "is he dead" thing,
Yeah.
Which, to be fair, actually, before we do that, the whole flying the nuke through the portal and then falling back through it was brilliantly done.
Mm-hmm.
I loved that. I thought it was great.
And also, all of this. No, because this is actually one of the things I was going to say. Like this whole thing that you're seeing with this.
Well, Tony Stark made up on the spot.
It majorly plays into like Iron Man 3 as well, like the motivation with the character and everything, and I think it works really well. Yeah.
So he's laying on the floor. They're doing the whole "is he dead" thing. Harry shouted out, "He's not dead because there's an Iron Man 3." completely killed the mood of that final scene there.
I mean, he's not wrong, but like at the time, it's like people didn't know for certain. They hadn't announced Iron Man 3. I don't know
really?
At that point. Yeah, so
Harry knew. And there's Stan Lee. There's another just tacked on to the end there.
Yeah.
Poor Stan Lee. I feel so bad for him every time.
He was like, it was very late into this film as well.
It's right. He has like the closing credits. He sort of turns around and goes, there was a big fight or something like that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
In the news montage or something.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect ending, really. The Avengers really did assemble, didn't they? Harry gave this one a 10 out of 10.
Wow.
His favourite bit. His favourite bit was when they were all looking at Loki again. Just something that happened recently. So it's the scene where Loki opens up his eyes after being battered by Hulk, and he sees all the Avengers looking at him. That was apparently Harry's favourite bit of the film.
Okay.
It's just like that happened recently, James. I guarantee every time I ask him that question, it would have been in the last 2 minutes of the film. It's quite funny.
It's that bit.
Yeah, it's that bit. That's my favourite bit. I like the bit where the words go up. Harry said that was the best film he's seen so far. I think I still prefer Captain America.
No, I absolutely prefer Captain America. I think it's a much better film than this one.
Coming in.
Okay, so the problem I had with this film, as I said, is I feel it's overly long, and it doesn't. I don't know. I just didn't feel the plot. The plot felt like it was only there just to bring everyone together.
Yeah, but they had to do that in some ways, right? The way I saw this is that this was another origin story, but this is the origin of the collection of them, because most of the film is building up. It's got nothing to do with the plot progressing. It's got more to do with, how did they get together? Why did they get together? And what were the conflicts around that? See, and that's fine, but then also probably because this is about the third or fourth time I've seen this film, it's like I know all of that already, and it just drags a bit. Yeah, I bet all these films are hard to go back to. I bet they are. Some easier than others. I mean, as I said, I loved Captain America again. Just watching that, I still enjoyed that film. I still thought it was brilliant. It is good. This one, not quite so much. Mostly because, as I said, it just felt too long. It just felt like it went on too long. But then part of the problem... It is a long one, isn't it? It's 2 hours, 20 minutes, I think. Yeah. It's 2.5 hours or so, I think it was. No, it's not that long. No, it is. It's like 2 hours, 20 minutes, and that's including the credits. Okay. But yeah, it feels longer to me. It really did. But then... Also, I mean, there's a lot of people as well that have got to get into this. There's a lot of characters they got to introduce and all that kind of thing. And I think generally they did a good job with that. Even maybe for people that have never even seen any of this, it's still they do a job with that. Well, I'm assuming that the future Avengers films are short little scene about something bad happening, call the Avengers together, and then they fight the bad guy. There's not going to be that whole. Kind of, yeah. Hey, I mean, we're trying to get together. Oh, I don't believe. Oh, what's going on? Arguing and. But then also, this is not the complete team yet either. So. Did I know that? So I knew Iron Man, Thor. No, because Spider-Man's in the Avengers. Yep, Spider-Man's in it as well. But there's others as well. It's This is not the complete team yet. Okay. This is you'd say this is like the core team, but there's others as well. Okay. That turn up that we'll see. Did you just fart? No, that was me doing that on my desk. That was a completely different sound, James. That was not that. There you go. I can make it. You're just farting though. I'm not. Look, I could do it on demand. I'm on the desk. Why are you farting when I'm talking to you on the phone? Come off. Okay. Okay. Post credits. Red face man. No idea who he is. Okay. Oh, no. I do think I know who he is. You probably do because he was over everything. Yeah. Is he on everything. Called The Thing?
No, he's
not.
Right.
No, not at all. No. Is he called Hell something?
No. His name is Thanos.
Okay, I've got no idea. Okay. Who's the Thing then? There is something called the Thing.
The Thing's in Fantastic Four.
Okay, right, okay. Is he red with the helmet?
Yeah, or kind of orange, yeah.
Okay, alright. Maybe I just get mixed up. Okay. That was annoying, actually, because that was the first time that they did something that was like, hey, here's a character.
Yeah, but you've no idea who it is.
I have no idea who it is.
Yeah. But it's a
actually, that's not true, is it? Because there was the bit where you saw the hammer, and I just knew Thor had a hammer, so easy to put together.
But no, this is complete. Yeah, this is going off.
Thanos has been mentioned though, right?
Yes, he has been mentioned. Yeah.
Yeah. When did that? I recognise that. Someone mentions Thanos. Maybe I can't remember
which film. Was it in Thor? I don't remember.
I think it might have been Thor.
Yeah.
Someone talks about either defeating him or.
Yeah, he's a major character basically for a long time. But yeah,
right, okay. Oh, another post-credit scene.
Yeah,
that's just them eating. Okay,
eating their shawarmas.
Okay. Yeah. So Harry was sarcastic, like at the end of this. He went, "Okay, that was a good one." that post-credit scene. Yeah. Right. That's it.
So overall, you enjoyed it though.
Yeah,
you didn't have a problem with it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. It's probably the second best film I've seen so far out of the ones that I've seen. Okay. I'd have that as number 2. I think Captain America pips it for me.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's the end of phase 1. Mm-hmm. Let's see my current rankings. I need to write these down because I'm going to forget.
Yeah.
But I would say the worst one I've seen was Thor.
Okay.
Iron Man 2. Iron Man 1, Captain America. Oh no! Whoa!
You're missing out the Incredible Hulk.
The worst one I've seen is the Incredible Hulk.
How is that ending up?
Yeah, no. You're right. The worst one I've seen is Incredible Hulk, then Thor, then Iron Man 2, then Iron Man 1, then Avengers, then Captain America.
See, that would be my list as well.
Yeah,
that's
I could
incredible.
Swap Iron Man 1 and 2 as well.
Me
possibly.
Too. Yeah. No, actually, no. I think I prefer Iron Man 2 to the first one.
Yeah,
because it's got Justin Hammer in it, and he's brilliant.
Yeah, I think I could probably swap them. Yeah. But other than that, I think that's that kind of core list. I need to write this
calling
down.
him Anthony the whole time.
Yeah, it's true. He was great in that. He was very good. So what's next?
So next you've got Iron Man 3.
Okay.
Because now they basically do the same thing again. As in there's like Iron Man 3, and then you've got a Thor film, and then you've got a Captain America film.
Okay.
Let me check. Let me check. I'm pretty certain that's the order. I need to make sure. I mean, not that it really matters, but okay. So you got Iron Man 3, then you got Thor, and then you got Captain America: The Winter Soldier, and then you got Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh man, we're so pumped for that.
Yeah.
Well, Harry's like really excited about Guardians of the Galaxy.
I mean, Iron Man 3.
Captain America's like I'm looking forward to because I like the first one.
Yeah.
So say that again. So it goes Iron Man 3, Captain America.
No. Iron Man 3, Thor.
Right. Okay.
The Dark World.
Oh, that's okay. I'm not super pumped.
Right.
I'm not super pumped about going back to Iron Man because it's a third fucking Iron Man film. Yeah. There's been a lot of Iron Man in these opening films.
Yeah, that's true.
Really not super pumped about seeing Thor because probably my least favourite out of the main ones.
So far.
Hawkeye, I do not consider as one of the main ones.
He's an Avenger, but yeah.
Nah, nope. He's not for me.
Okay.
What?
It's like, not for me, he's the worst.
Yeah. Captain America, I think that's going to be interesting to see what Captain America's like now that he's not in the past.
Yeah, and this is not in the past either.
I wonder if that makes a big difference to how I react to that film.
Yeah, it's a good film.
And then Guardians of the Galaxy, I'm super pumped for. So, yeah. And
then you got another Avengers film.
Wow, really? That quickly?
Yeah. And then after that, there's Ant-Man, and then that's the end of Phase 2.
Ant-Man just slung in the end of Phase 2.
Yeah.
But that's Paul Rudd, right? So that's going to be a fun film.
It is Paul Rudd, yeah. It's a good one.
Like a pure comedy, that one?
Pretty much, yeah.
Good.
It's funny.
Yeah, I'm up for a bit of Paul Rudd.
Mm-hmm.
I've always got time for Paul Rudd.
I'd say, like, out of the ones we've got coming, actually, yeah, like Guardians of the Galaxy and Ant-Man are both pretty funny films. I'd say they're good. Yeah, the other ones are a bit more serious, but they're definitely like the more like comic relief sort of ones.
Good. You know. I think I've probably mentioned this to you. You've seen the whole Paul Rudd on what's that chat show host? Conan.
No, I've not seen that.
You don't know what Paul Rudd does on Conan?
No, I don't know.
Okay, I'm going to send you a link.
Okay.
He does the same thing every time he goes on Conan, and it's one of the funniest. It's just so funny, James. Okay, all right. I'm going to go because I've got so much stuff to do, and I'm only 3 days away from watching another one of these fucking films.
Yeah, we got Iron Man 3. I've got to watch that as well.
I think I'm sort of tempted to say to Harry, let's have a week off because we're done phase 1 now, but. He's so excited about every Friday night watching one of these things.
Is he? Do you think he's going to be pumped to see like Iron Man 3 then?
Oh, were you kidding me? He's his favourite. Iron Man is his favourite.
It's so mad that, isn't it? Because Asher loves him as well.
Yeah.
Like, he thinks he's brilliant. It's
Yeah, is his absolute favourite. So yeah, he's super pumped about watching another Iron Man film.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if that'll change. I wonder if that changes over time. Like if he starts getting another favourite.
I don't know. It might do. I mean, I like Iron Man, but I'm a Captain America person. You know, I think he's a brilliant character.
Black Widow for me.
Okay.
Best character in the Avengers. I'm going to say goodnight.
Yeah.
I will catch you next week.
See you later.
Bye, mate.
Bye.